If you want to read some great American literature, but you're intimidated by bigger, longer books, well, these are 5 book recommendations that are all on the short side. You could read most of them over a single weekend. First up is The Lathe of Heaven by Ursula Guin, which is a science fiction that came out in 1971. It's about a guy who thinks that his dreams can change reality. It's not super heavy on the science fiction in terms of the world building, which makes it much more approachable. And even though it tackles some serious themes, and Le Guin did a good job of kind of predicting the direction that society would go, there is some comedic elements to it which make it a little bit more lighthearted. Next up is The Crying of Lot 49 by Thomas Pynchon, who is considered one of the most challenging writers to read. However, this book is probably one of his most approachable, if not the best place to start with Thomas Pynchon. One thing that makes Pynchon tough to read isn't necessarily the language that he uses, but there's always a huge cast of characters and a lot of diversion in the story to kind of distract you from the main point. This type of book you can read one of 2 ways. You can read it at the surface level and just take the story for what it is, or you can do a little bit of a deeper dive on Pynchon's kind of societal knowledge of the time that he wrote this and some of the deeper meanings to the things he alludes to. Next is Ask the Dust by John Fante. This is a semi-autobiographical novel about John Fante and moving to LA from Colorado and trying to make it as a writer in the Depression era. This book is very manic. It'll make you love and hate the protagonist, which I think is a sign of really strong writing. Overall, it's really entertaining and probably the easiest book on this list to read. In a Lonely Place by Dorothy Hughes. This is considered a classic in the crime noir genre. To be honest, when I first started reading this, I wasn't too keen on it. By the end, I absolutely loved it. It's about a World War II fighter pilot who comes back to the U.S. after the war and really struggles to find his place in the world. And there's a lot of dark and sinister stuff in here. And last, but certainly not least, you can't make a list like this without including some John Steinbeck, but I wanted to talk about a book that you don't see as many people mention, and that is Sweet Thursday, which happens to be the quasi-sequel of Cannery Row, although I don't think you need to read Cannery Row to really enjoy this book. It shares a lot of the same themes of Cannery Row. I mean, it has a lot of the same characters, and it's really just a close-up look at what life is like for down-and-out people in that era. If you've read any of these, I would love to know what you think of them, and which books would you have put on your list.